All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Betting by the Numbers, a sports betting YouTube and Discord channel dedicated to taking the decision-making process of sports betting out of the hands of idiots like me and putting it in the hands of people who win. Yesterday was a little bit frustrating. We had a couple picks that went from maybe 6 out of 6 or 5 out of 6 more realistically to 4 out of 6. John Morant's turnover killed a couple of the slips, but we did hit our money line parlay on the basketball game, so that did make up for it. We are back today. Guess what? The fantasy screen isn't going to win every time. Sports betting isn't going to win every time. It's about making sure that when you win, you're still betting that same bankroll amount. And if you don't have money to bet, then you're not betting. It's all about safe betting here. So let's go back to the pregame game center to see where we are at for today's games. You can see there's 3 NBA games today, just to give you a reminder where those series are at. Boston and Atlanta play today. They're at Boston, and Boston leads the series 3-1. They're going for a series sweep, or not a sweep, rather, but a gentleman's sweep. Same thing in Denver, playing the Wolves at 8, and same thing in Phoenix against the Clippers at 9 Central Time. So a little bit interesting on those NBA lines. You have to think about motivation here, right? They're all away teams going into a 3-1 series that, I mean, maybe the Clippers feel like they have enough talent, but Kawhi's still a question. I don't know if any of these teams feel like they'll have a legitimate shot tonight. So 2 things to think about with the NBA slate. First, with big name players, the starters, if the Nuggets get up 20, if the Suns get up 20, if the Celtics get up 20 in the fourth quarter, they're going to pull their starters. So those role players might have a bigger role. However, this could still be a game. There haven't been a lot of 20-point blowouts in some of these series. And even with, they don't love taking stars off super early just to get them reps. So I think we just need to manage expectations and maybe not expect like a LeBron 35-point night like last night or whatever he had. I think it was 20 and 20. But yeah, I mean, you have to manage expectations and think of those situations. And that's what can take you from looking at the fantasy screen and finding the sharpest lines in those kind of sea of good odds. So we go to the game center and we can see Celtics, look, 13.5-point favorites from 11, Nuggets 9.5 from 9, and Suns 12.5 from 11.5. And all of the cash, 74% on the Celtics, 72% on the Nuggets, and 51% on the Suns. I don't know what these money lines are going to look like. I don't know if it'd even be worth taking all 3 parlayed together. It feels like a good bet, but yeah, these are just going to be interesting games. So full slate of baseball, it looks like. Yeah, we got I think everybody's playing today. So looks like most of the game are 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock starts. So some of those lines are likely not going to be up on Parlayplay yet. Some will be on Prizepicks, so we'll get what we can and then add more as the day goes. Finally, we have the NHL tonight. Islanders, Carolina, Minnesota, Dallas, and LA, Edmonton. Those series, for a little reminder, the Wild are playing the Stars in Dallas. That series is tied 2-2. Kings are playing the Oilers in Edmonton. That series is tied 2-2. And the Panthers are playing in Boston. Boston going for the gentleman's sweep in that one. So, again, 2 tight series here. Maybe we expect a little less, crazy offensive action and a little more held in. Although with this series, I don't really see that happening realistically. I just think there's too many goal scorers. So it'll be good. I think their NHL games might be a little more entertaining than the NBA games tonight. But who knows? Maybe these NBA guys show up and put on a performance. So let's go to the fantasy screen quickly. Where we will navigate to the Prizepicks page and find our first picks. The first pick we're going to be looking at looks like this MLB pick of Martin Perez of the Rangers over strikeouts. We will head to the Props Cash page, props.cash website, rather. We can see he's pitched 4 times this year and thrown at least 5, and 2 of them. Interestingly, the Reds seem to be some of the most strikeoutable teams. Let's see if they played last year. It doesn't look like it. The only thing I'm going to look at is for this season, has there been any correlation on home or away? Maybe that's been it. But no, I like this pick. It's not an obscene line. and it's a good chance for him to get a good performance on the board. So we'll put him on there. Obviously, if something scares us away or tickles our fancy a little bit more, we can go back. But let's go to the MLB page. Oh, maybe they've already taken him off. Oh, no, there he is. Okay. So let's go back to the fantasy screen. Let's see. Tom Murphy, over bases. So we'll go back to the MLB page and navigate to total bases. Murphy, Seattle, not been great in the last 5. Only 2 of 8. I'm good on this. There's a reason this line's good. Maybe he's going to have a good performance. Yeah, he's batting 0.77. He needs a breakout game, but I'm not going to be the one that loses because he doesn't. So we're going to head back to the fantasy screen and look back for some more. You can see there's a bunch of bases here. And loading up 5 or 6 of those is probably not going to be profitable long term. I think what you want to be looking at here is individual. Looks like we have 2 plate appearances against Eric Lauer with a double home run. All right. He has not been great this year. And he has a little more experience against this guy. I'm going to put him on there as just a tentative one again. I don't mind it, but I don't think it's like the best pick on the board. So we're just going to add him for now, and then we'll come back. Tristan Casas of the Red Sox, minus 138 at Pinnacle, minus 145 at Caesars. Let's check you out. Okay, he had 4 yesterday. He has a good history against Kyle Bradish, and Kyle Bradish not pitched this year. Yeah, I like that. Okay, that one I feel a lot better in. So we're going to add you, and we might take out Jonathan Shoup if we don't get sold on somebody. All right, Isaac Paredes of the Rays over minus 141 at Pinnacle, minus 140 at DraftKings. Again, value there, but we're just trying to find the value amongst these good picks. Like this one doesn't have a lot of experience against Blue Skies. Yeah, there's just a bad. I just don't love that matchup. Again, feel free to take it if you like it, but not my pick. So Hung Sung Kim of the Padres. We're going to go to props.cash and check out his line. Looks like it's his debut, which is a good and a bad thing. So we will hold on to that one. Now, these are those one-way lines we talked about. We're going to be avoiding those. I just don't feel comfortable with those. This is interesting on this tennis game. Oh, rather, this is Jace Peterson. Okay, I was going to say, usually they don't have lines for multiple of those, so that makes more sense. Okay, let's see. Jace Peterson, where are you at on bases? 1 plate appearance that was a single. That's great, but you have not been good all season. Okay, Clint Capella over blocks. Now we're talking. That's a bet I could get in on. Let's go to NBA. There he is. Clint Capella. It was blocks. Oh, yeah. That'd be fun. 1 day's rest. He's done it 28 to 41 times. Playoffs, need a big game. Against Boston, he's hit it in 2 of the last 3 games. People are going to get more tired. Sure, I like it. And the odds are obviously, what were the odds again? Let's double check. This is why we're taking this. Minus 138 at FanDuel, minus 130 at DraftKings, minus 145 at Caesars. Those are all way, way better. I guess worse, depending on what you're looking at if you're paying those prices, compared to the minus 114 we're going to pay here. So we're going to go to block shots and add over. So let's see. We got some more bases. Ian Happ of the Cubs. Let's check you out on the total bases side. Bases. And there we go. We got, okay, that's a good performance. Not as great against Blake Snell. Blake Snell's making his debut today. Where are they playing? Because that will... We're going to go to Ballpark Pal, great website for kind of the weather and a lot of predictions as well. But I like looking at it for the weather. But the Cubs, they play at Wrigley. It's going to be cold and windy. I don't know, man. I don't love that pick. Let's look for some more. Luis Garcia, the Astros, strikeout. I've seen enough that I don't need to Google Ian Happ. I just need to look up the stats. Let's see. Strikeouts. Luis Garcia. Oh, my goodness. But Tampa Bay doesn't strike out. That's an issue. Certainly an issue. Did he play last year? He struck out 4 both times. But he's been great. Man. Texas and Toronto aren't horrible teams either, but I do think they might. All right, I'm in. Sure. If I'm wrong, I'm fading history, and I'm cool with that. Okay, let's see. Ooh, Connor McDavid goals is always a fun pick. No, you're on the no bet list for a while, sir. Just a lot of baseball. The under points, rebounds, and assists for Russell Westbrook is interesting. My only issue is, Marcus Smart steals. That's another good one. My only issue with the Russell Westbrook one is kind of back to that. What if the game gets really out of hand and they start taking him out? And I'm left sitting there saying, well, that was a dumb pick. Why is it not showing him? Okay, he's had steals a lot against Atlanta. Okay, I'm cool with that. Good with that. So you're getting added. All right, let's see if we can't find any more. The steals are at 1.5. Okay, sure. We'll give this a refresh. I'm not sold on the Jonathan Shoup one. I like those. And then let's see if we can't find one more at least. Okay, you're going to get me again. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But minus 136 at Pinnacle, minus 150 at BetMGM. Have they played before? We're just going to look this up. So for those who are watching, we're looking up the tennis match between Alexander Shevchenko and Juan Manuel Cunodolo. I don't know that one, but it looks like they played once and it went long. Show head-to-head detail. Okay, so yeah, there's not much to go on, but we need these guys to have a very long game. So 6160 is not what I want to see. But all right, I'm following the odds. So yeah, we're gonna go back to tennis. Where is it? There you are. Over 21.5. Okay. And let's see if there's anything else we like. I just don't love the Jonathan Shoup line. Or that might be it. Let's see. Yeah, that overblocks. I looked at all those. Just seeing if there's anything else I don't like. The under rebounds and assists for Jaylen Brown could be interesting. Just because, again, if this game turns into a wall of that, could become a situation for Jaylen Brown's maybe not playing the whole game. Minus 138, 1 day rest. He does it more often, but what about, all right, so we're going to go back here and we're going to navigate to the NBA. Jaylen Brown, under rebounds and assists. Who's going away? Since he strikes out a lot, Tampa Bay doesn't. I like Tim. Clint Capella's shots were good. Do this instead of the tennis. I'm not trusting the tennis. Rebounds and assists. Less. I'll die on that hill. If we lose because the tennis game's right, that's okay. So, picks, Martin Perez over 4.5 strikeouts for Texas. Tristan Casas over a base for Boston. Clint Capella over a block shot against Boston. Luis Garcia over 4.5 strikeout against Tampa. Marcus Smart over 1.5 steals. And Jaylen Brown over 9.5 rebounds and assists. So those are our picks. We're going to get that locked in, and let's head over to Fantasy Screen and look for the parlay plays. All right, now let's head over to the parlay play, and we're looking for our first line. Britt Burns, shots on goal, 3.5. That is the line where I'll start looking at unders on shots on goal. Obviously, people hit the 3.5, but it's significantly less likely. Let's see, in the last 5, wow, he's hit that 4 of 5. Let's see, last 10. Man, that is just a line he hits pretty consecutively against the Islanders. 4 out of 10. Maybe some regression. They go back home. Let's see if home has any effect. It definitely does. Okay, let's put that in the parlay play for now. I like that. I don't love taking like a bigger name player under in a playoff game, but that is somewhat good data backing it up. And you got minus 142 at FanDuel, minus 130 at DraftKings. So, or rather, minus 136 at Pinnacle, minus 135 at FanDuel, minus 135 at Caesars. So let's look for our next line. this Westbrook points, rebounds, assists is there, but my same philosophy goes into it. Let's look. Jamal Murray over points, rebounds, and assists at 32.5. We'll head over to props.cash on the NBA screen and see points, rebounds, and assists for Jamal Murray. He's hit this line. It looks like 4 of the 5 games. That 33 seems like an important number. 1 day's rest, he's definitely hit it more often. And against Minnesota, he's hit it 4 out of 6 times. Yeah, they're going to try to put him away, but I think they're going to need a big game from Jamal Murray. I'm going to add him with the 32. And then, again, if there's a bunch that really blow us away, they will look. But Marcus Smart over assists. Let's check that one out. Already got him on steals, but let's see how he's doing on assists. I really like that line. He had 4 last game, a little bounce back. And let's see, when he's at home, does that change anything for him? I mean, not really. It makes it a little bit better in the beginning of the season, but he's hit it both times. They've been at home in the playoffs. Let's roll with that. So we're going to head to Parlayplay. Add him on assists over. Then we got a lot of unders that I don't love. Maybe the Michael Porter Jr. under on rebound. We'll keep looking. Chris Paul or Devin Booker over rebounds and assists. You missed this line by like 1 or 2 the other day, Devin Booker, though. I'm not happy about that. So, see what I say. He does not like hitting this line. I'm going to wait for it to drop, but I'm definitely not going to bet the under because it would be the 1 game it misses. Oh, wait. That's on at home. Still, doesn't change it. So, I'm good on that. So, we're going to look for Chris Paul made threes. So, we'll go to props.com and look for that. So, Paul, 3-pointers made. We got 3 in the last game. It's very, very volatile. I don't love putting that in there. Let's look for Smart rebounds and assists. Durant rebounds and assists. Maybe, but I'll fade this bum again. Norman Powell. I don't know if he's actually a bum. I just like fading him because he just cannot hit this line on 2 days rest. Yeah, I'm going to do it again. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But it has been, I have bet on this guy several times to miss this line. He just cannot hit 24.5. If I'm wrong, hey, like I said. All right, Karl-Anthony Towns points. I think he hit this line. I think he hit 20 in his last, or he was just under. He's had other good games. Oh, shucks be darn. Man, he's got it in the last 30. Last 10 he even has it. What about on the road? That might change things. Not really. Okay, let's look. I don't love that pick, but it's not a bad one. Aaron Gordon made threes. You did this for me last time. I appreciate that. Also, the Michael Porter Jr. points and assists. That's the next one. So let's look at this one and see. Obviously, we took it for a reason, but he's been doing it lately. Oh, that was on the road. I mean, more often than not. Yeah, let's do it again. If we were going to ride and die with Aaron Gordon's ability to make 1 3-pointer in a game, it's been working. Last pick possibly is we're going to check out this Michael Porter Jr. What was it? Points and assists. 18. He's been right at that line a couple times, but my thought is he might get a little more playing time tonight. Yeah, I like that actually. So we're going to add him in. Man, I just wish we could add some baseball in with this at times, but let's see if his assist. So let's make sure this math makes sense, though, because his assist line is at 1.5, and his points are at 17.5, 19.5, and we're paying what? 18.5. Yeah, it's a point short. There it is, right? Because if you're taking the 1.5 and the 17.5, it's a point short. So that's why we like that line. So let's see if we don't see anything else that we love. Al Horford points and rebounds. Maybe that. Let's see if we like the Al Horford points and rebounds, but that would probably be the only thing that I would change. Horford points and rebounds. 14.5. I'm good. So I think that's our picks. Brent Burns under 3.5 shots on goal. Jamal Murray over 32.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Marcus Smart over 5.5 assists. Norman Powell, under 24.5 points. Aaron Gordon, over 0.5 3-pointers made. And Michael Porter Jr., over 18.5 points and assists. So we will lock that in. If you put in a $25 fee, this is what it would pay out on the insured tab. Parlay play lock is in. We're going to get both of these posted and then look for more picks as the baseball lines come out and keep lines coming out during the day. So I appreciate you all for watching. Please subscribe and like this. I really, really appreciate it. And let's win some more bets today. So thanks, guys.